Chris Steele on the front row. Ladies and gentlemen, you came looking for a show. Well, here you go. Let's end all the anticipation as we bring to you our feature presentation.
So here we go with Poirier in his first race at Ohsweken in 2014, and he's up into the lead now with Steele making his way around the top side. He'll have second down the backstretch.
Poirier the leader, but here comes Chris Steele on the high side. The real deal with one win here already, won at the Ohsweken Speedway. He settles back in second behind the leader, Poirier.
Steele has a good line around the outside. Poirier on the inside. Glenn Stiers is another driver with a good line around the outside. And he said earlier tonight he wants that top side to come in, and he doesn't want some other drivers to be up there. Right now, Jason Burney and Chris Steele are up there in that top side in turns 3 and 4 anyway.
Stiers will blast by Patrick. He's picked up 2 positions, now into the 4th spot. Meanwhile, Poirier, your leader. Chris Steele sitting in second. Mitch Brown make that Jason Barney sitting there in 3rd.
So Barney's running the top side in 3 and 4 and the bottom in 1 and 2, and that's keeping Glenn Stiers behind him for the moment, but Barney slipped that time. Now Stiers gets a good run into turn 3.
Stiers has to look a little bit lower on the 87 of Jason Barney. Had to roll up a bit, and he loses his momentum. Kyle Patrick now charging back on the 0 Stiers.
Chris Steele has not let Steve Poirier get away too far here. It's still less than a second between those two at the front. Stiers with a big move into turn 3 that time, but out of turn 4, Barney will keep the 3rd spot.
Here comes Chris Steele. He's got the leader in his sights, but Poirier very smooth on the bottom side of the 28 FM. The Fireball getting it done, but here comes the real deal. Chris Steele up top.
The track is starting to go away and get slicked off a little bit, especially up in turns 3 and 4. And Poirier sticking to his guns down there, running the bottom all the way around, but Chris Steele is right there and is gaining on him a little bit in this time through 3 and 4.
Glenn Stiers to the inside of Jason Barney. He'll grab the 3rd spot for a moment. Jason Barney, though, staying strong on the bottom side. He bobbles a bit into the corner 1, and he's got sparks flying out of the front end of the 87.
Yeah, problems on the brakes there, it looks like, on the 87 of Barney, and he falls back to the 4th spot with that brand new car for him. Kyle Patrick now has gotten up to the 5th spot, and he's going to try to go after Barney.
Here comes Chris Steele to the outside of Steve Poirier. The real deal, trying to get by the 3-time Canadian Sprint Car Nationals champion, and he'll grab the lead of the line.
And Poirier now fights back to the inside. Steele will take it down lower. They both have to get around the slower car of Zankin, and now Stiers has caught both of them.
Yeah, the Ohsweken flyer, Glenn Stiers, this is playing into his favor as the leader's mired in traffic. The 0 car has closed the gap.
Kyle Patrick now gets around the 87 of Barney, and here comes Todd Hoddick. He's fighting for a top 5 spot. Poirier now with more traffic ahead.
Poirier to the inside of Chris Steele, but here comes, of Chris Jones. Chris Steele on the top side trying to work by the leader as they get back into more heavy traffic.
And Poirier sees Chris Jones right in his line of vision there. He gets up, almost gets into the number 9 of Daniels, and now Poirier will clear both those cars with a good move. Steele spins it in turn 3 and 4, and we'll have to go yellow.
Wow, Chris Steele, phenomenal run, giving Steve Poirier a run for his money, loops the car around between 3 and 4, and brings out the first caution of the race. 12 laps in, 8 to go. So now Glenn Stiers on the back Nerf bar of the Fireball, Steve Poirier. Well, no lap cars between the top drivers, so this is what Glenn Stiers needed on this restart.
So we're ready to go now with Poirier and Stiers leading us down. Patrick 3rd, single file past the cone, and Poirier with a bit of a bobble on the start there. That'll allow Stiers to get a good run through corners 1 and 2.
Wow. Havert Daniels has the restart cone lodged in his side Nerf bars. I'd say about 5 cars hit the cone. Meanwhile, Glenn Stiers is your leader going into corner 1.
So Stiers takes the lead with Poirier back to second now. Patrick is third. Hoddick up to fourth with Barney fighting with Hupinen for the fifth spot.
Across the stripe, Glenn Stiers leads lap number 13. 7 laps to go for the Ohsweken Flyer, looking to get another win, make it 3 this season in Corpac Merchandising Sprint Car Competition.
Stiers pulling away now from Poirier as Patrick tries to catch the 28 FM. The driver out of Quebec now on the top side as the bottom has gone away for him.
Troubles, I believe, for Keith Dempster as the 5-car slows going down the front stretch. He goes high. Looks like he'll be able to make it into the pit area. The big high five from Kyle McKenzie as we just have 5 laps to go, and this one is Stiers pulling away from Steve Poirier.
Yeah, Stiers is on a rail right now, has that 0 car going anywhere that he wants it to go, as he will have to put a lap on Stan Zankin here before the end of this race. Still 4 laps left to go with Poirier second, Patrick third, Hoddick fourth, and Barney fifth.
Nice job by Jason Barney to keep that car going. He's still having problems with the brakes. Every once in a while you see a little bit of sparkage coming out of the front end of the 87, so Jason Barney did a nice job hanging in the top 5.
So now Patrick had a run on Poirier down in 1 and 2 that time, but now falls back as he almost got up into the wall out of corner 2. Stiers sees some heavy traffic ahead as Jones and Steele running top and bottom.
Well, the leader, Glenn Stiers, working into heavy traffic. If Poirier is going to have a shot of the win, it's going to have to happen here. Zankin with troubles up at quarter 1. Looks like he'll be able to make it to the pit area. And the white flag comes out for Glenn Stiers, your leader at the line.
Stiers with heavy traffic up ahead of him, but he's got a good lead out of Poirier right now.
And Stiers will work through the rest of the lap traffic, see the checkered flag off of corner 4, and grab his 3rd win of the year here at Ohsweken. Steve Poirier will finish 2nd, Kyle Patrick 3rd. We'll go down to Mobile 1, Victory Lane, with the winner, Glenn Stiers.
Jason Barney will take 4th, Jim Hupinen 5th, Justin Martin 6th, Mitch Brown 7th, Dave Dykstra 8th, Shane Ross 9th, and Jeremy Hughes with a career best run finishes 10th in the 10J.